Good afternoon. May I welcome everyone to the 19th meeting in 2020 of the Delegated Powers and Law Reform Committee. We have apologies today from two of our members, Mary Fee and Gil Patterson. The first item of business is to propose that the committee takes items 6 and 7 in private, as these involve consideration of future reports. These will be published when agreed. Does the committee agree to take items 6 and 7 in private? Agreed. Thank you. Under agenda item 2, we are considering an instrument subject to the made affirmative procedure. No points have been raised on the Health Protection Coronavirus Restrictions Scotland Amendment Number 3, Regulations 2020, SSI 2020-164. Is the committee content with this instrument? Thank you. Under agenda item 3, we are considering an instrument subject to the affirmative procedure. No points have been raised on the Draft Budget Scotland Act 2020 Amendment Regulations 2020. Is the committee content with this instrument? Content. Thank you. Under agenda item 4, we are considering instruments that are subject to negative procedure. Marine Works and Marine Licensing Miscellaneous Temporary Modifications Coronavirus Scotland Regulations 2020 SSI 2020-157. The instrument makes temporary modifications to suspend the requirements to make information or documentation available for inspection in a public place, to provide hard copies of environmental impact assessment reports, and to hold public events during the coronavirus emergency period. The instrument was laid before Parliament on 20 May 2020 and came into force on the same day. This does not respect the requirement that at least 28 days should elapse between the laying of an instrument which is subject to the negative procedure and the coming into force of that instrument. The committee is therefore required under standing orders to draw the instrument to the attention of the Parliament under reporting ground J for failing to comply with the requirements of section 28.2 of the Interpretation and Legislative Reform Scotland Act 2010. Does the committee therefore wish to draw this instrument to the attention of the Parliament under reporting ground J? Thank you. The committee also considers the reasons for the breach of the 28-day rule, which in this case are set out in a letter to the presiding officer dated 20 May 2020. The letter explains that it was considered necessary to bring these modifications into force as early as possible, given the sudden nature of the pandemic and the major consequences of its associated impacts on business. The letter states that this will support future economic and societal recovery, will ensure consistency of approach across the planning and energy consent systems, and thus certainty for applicants and the public, and will maintain the ability of the Marine Scotland Licensing Operations Team to continue to process applications efficiently. Is the committee content with the reasons given for the failure to comply with section 28.2? Thank you. No points have been raised on SSI 2020-156. Is the committee content with this instrument? Thank you. Under agenda item 5, we are considering an instrument subject to the made affirmative procedure. No points have been raised on SSI 2020-162. Is the committee content with this instrument? Thank you. I now move the meeting into private.